Hello everybody, welcome back to Cannonball Cottage. Today we're not going to be doing any cooking. We've got going to be doing a little bit of butchering. We've got a side of lamb here, and I'm just going to break this down into various portions, and we'll see how it goes with regard to how much time we've got and how I can take you through this. So anyway, we'll start by, I'm going to just start trimming off little bits of fat, and that's the dish for the fat. I'm going to be taking out this here, which is the suet, which contains the kidney. And there you go, that's known as the suet. And you just cut through the suet like so, and expose the kidney, and we just cut that away there, and there you go, you've got a lovely little lamb's kidney. This is the suet, and goes into the tub that I'm placing to put the fat and the bones in. I'm just going to take a little bit more fat out just here. I will just pull out. There you go. And just take this little bit of, this would be known as a drop hanger steak on a piece of beef. We just know just a little bit of skirt. Nice bit of lean to use up, and even this little bit here, just trim off this off the breast of lamb, part of which will go into the fat tub and the other bit into the lean. So what we're going to do now is start by taking off the breast, and you can see this. And then you don't want to take too much off here because, well, in the butchering trade you'd leave as much as possible on there, the tail on the lamb chops. But in my case, I'm just going to, because I want the breast, I need to, I want the breast in whole like so, because I shall roast it, roll it and roast it. Or you could actually make it into lamb ribs. So there we have that just marked off there. I should be taking this part off here. So I'll just get the saw to take this off. Might have to turn that round so that we can get the saw in the right angle. Count here, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 ribs. And before I do that, I'm going to have a look at the other side actually, because I don't want to, and then basically you just put that along there like so. I don't know if we'll get 6 or 5, there we are, 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm going to do it between the 5th and the 6th. We might be leaving a little bit of blade there. So now we need to possibly turn it again. That's my steel just gone on the floor. There you go. And then we're gonna saw down this part here to take the rest of the breast off. Oh dear. This stool's not very clever. I suppose I'm blocking the view, aren't I? But never mind, you'll get the gist of it. And there you go. The whole breast of lamb. Next, as I've already parted across here from the shoulder and the loin, so there now we have the shoulder and the neck, and we're just going to take the leg. There's a little, the end of the H-bone there, you can just feel it with your thumb, and you just go through there like so, and chop through, giving you the whole loin of lamb known as. However, this end, the end that you took away from the shoulder end, you could turn that into, you trim that all down as they do these days, trim it, call it French trim, to make a rack of lamb. Whereas in my case, I'll just be leaving it as it is and just make lamb chops of it. I'll just trim this bit off here into the fat tub, and this is a whole leg of lamb. I think in Scotland they would call it a gigot, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure if I've pronounced that right. You know, it's begins with a G. I think it's G-I-G-O-T. Gigot. Some more lamb trimmings there, some lean trimming, and then the fat trimming. So, next, with regards to the breaking it down, you would take this off just here, and yes, this saw's not very good. I think we could do with a new blade, I think. And there you go, that's just taking that off. And you'll see now, this little joint here is known as a chump. It's on a side of pork. It's also, you know, this is a chump of lamb. Side of pork is a chump of pork. However, a side of beef, that would be known as the rump, or in America they call it top sirloin. But anyway, that's the chump of lamb. So now that's just a little bit of the tail. We take off whatever meat you can from the tail. Just that little bit there, and goes in the fat, and that goes into that area. So far so good. I'm just going to place that there. I'll just show how this, you take the bone out of this little bit, this chump, and take out the fat, like so, and I'll just proceed to take out the bone. It's just keep your blade as close to the bone as possible, like so. This little bit here is a little bit sort of finicky, but you want to try and keep, as I said, you want to try and keep your knife as close to the bone as possible, so as not to waste anything. And we just take that through there, and again turn it round. Just, as I said, just follow the bone. Almost there. Almost there. There you go. And into that bin. There. Then of course now there's a little bit of fat here. A little triangular shape of fat that you need to just remove, like so. There you go. Just got that done. Trim away this fat from that edge. Then you need to trim up this bit of it there. Take this. There you go. So, there you go. A nice little boneless joint, or indeed you slice it for steaks. So, next I'll show you what the procedure is to cutting the lamb into chops. This is we used to call this section best end of neck. However, nowadays it's known as the rack, more so, because excuse me, people tend to want it all trimmed up, and I'm just the opposite. I don't want it trimmed. I like all the fat. So then this is the loin end, sort of the T-bone end. Like if it was on a side of beef, that would be known as the T-bone end. So anyway, here we go. Let's give these, so I can show you how these turn out. Just going to take that little bit of sinew out there off the back of the rib. Well, it's the spine end, like so. They're lovely chops, these are. It's a lovely lamb. You see, now I personally, this is the end of the loin that I like. Contains all this fat, and you'll find that lots of butchers actually cut this off, or even cut all this fat off and whatever. But I find this one of the best parts of the lamb chop. All this fat cooks away, it's all nice and crispy, and there you have some lamb chops. And just put them there so you can see. And the closer to the shoulder is for me the best part, the best cut that you could wish for. I'm not so keen on this side, although I do like it, but I prefer this end of the lamb. Now we'll just cut these into chops. Again, these are beautiful sized chops. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A little bit on the noisy side. There you go. I'll just check in the camera to see if you can see all this. Oh yes, that's good. You can actually see all those lamb chops. And so I think what we'll do now is I'll just take the bones out of this breast of lamb just to show you how that's done. So I'll now move these chops just over here and put the chump over there, and of course the kidney. Just get these lamb chops in view. And so we move on to the breast of lamb. We'll first of all take this piece that stretches over the top of the bones, and just take this out. This little bit of lean meat that just sits there under the rib cage. This is this year's lamb. I won't say it's spring lamb because it's now August, but it's this year's lamb. And just start taking the bones out one by one. You could take them out all in one go should you wish, but this is my method. This is my method if you're actually going to roll this. I mean, and then you would roast it. It's a great meal again, especially if you like the fat. But nowadays people are not in favour of the fat. Healthy ideas or what it may well be. As you can see, they're quite easy, just keep on taking out one at a time. And then we'll get to this end where we do have to take it out all in one go. So you follow the bone around just like so, like this. Just trim that out. There's a little bit of a flat membrane there. Well, gristle just there. You follow it round, again keeping your knife as close to the bone as possible. Like so. There you go, that's the bone taken out, and of course I will actually trim all that up, take all the meat in between the bones. I'm going to put that in the lean side. Now what we do now is take out the fat just here, because this is too much fat. I just need to, well, I'll just take that out anyway, and then I can trim it up afterwards when we're not on the video. Take out this thick part of the fat just there, like so. So there you have one boneless breast of lamb. Now what we do is just trim this piece across there, and that'll go into the fat tub. There. Now, so then trim this sharp end, and then just try and take a little bit more of the outer fat just there, because this is going to go inside the breast of lamb. And so now what you could do is get some stuffing of your choice, whether it be sage and onion, parsley and thyme, or you make up your own stuffing mixture and spread it inside. Fill this cavity here, place this on top like so, on top of your stuffing, and then you proceed to roll. You can either roll, obviously your choice, this way like so, and then you would string it up, and then you do that as a nice slow roast. And I think that's really good, so that you're not wasting anything off this side of lamb. That will make a great midweek roast, and very reasonably priced, the breast of lamb, based on the fact that nobody really wants them. They don't know how to use them up, but years ago, of course, they were a regular item for midweek meals. So there you go. All we've got left to do now is the shoulder and the leg. Now, so I'm actually going to do the second video for these two items. So at the moment, this is Cannonball Cottage signing off. We'll see you again soon. Please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, give it a share, and make a comment. Thanks very much for watching.